This is the Riding Dirty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. Let's get this thing going. All right, one time for our sponsors, man. One time for the good people over at WRFG, 89.3 FM Atlanta, Georgia, our FM radio home for the past 15 plus years. Also, one time for Live365.com. All right, let me let you know about Live365.com. They are the internet's oldest and longest running streaming site. But they're not your average streaming site, no. It's not the place to go check out your favorite single or your favorite album to be streamed. What they are a streaming service that partners up with low frequency radio stations, AM radio stations, left end of the dial radio stations. They partner up with these stations and allow them to use their platform to stream online and pay royalties to artists. Well, I'm happy to announce we partnered up with Live365 and launched our very own internet radio station. The name of our station is Ride 95. What's next in hip-hop, R&B, and country rap tunes. All right, now, the way to access Ride 95 is easy. All you got to do is go to live365.com. Again, that's live365.com. Go to the search engine. Type in Ride 95. That's R-I-D-E, the number 9, the number 5. Click on our station logo, and you'll have music 7 days a week. You have music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. All right, now if you want to check us out via your mobile device, download the Live365 app, go to the search engine, type in Ride 95, and then click on the station logo, and again, music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. All right, now before we get this thing started, I want to say one time for our amazing sponsors, the people that allow this program to even come to you guys on a daily basis. One time for my man Ernesto over at El Cornell Michelada Mix. One time for my man Javier over at Liquor Lollipops. One time for my guy Philando over at J. Lawson Music Group. And one time my man Wally over at 100 Band Run Luxury Clothing. All right? Make sure you visit our sponsors, check them out, and see what they got going on. All right? On Facebook, hit up the El Cornell Mix. On Facebook, make sure you hit up that 100 Band Run. On Facebook, make sure you hit up that J. Lawson Music Group and visit liquorlollipops.com and find out more about our amazing sponsors, all right? If you like premium hard candy, check out Liquor Lollipops. If you like Michelada Mix and Michelada favorite candies, make sure you check out El Cornell Michelada Mix. If you like the latest in the ATL music, make sure you check out J. Lawson Music Group. And for the dopest clothing this side of the Mason-Dixon, be sure to check out 100 Band Run. All right? All right. So I've told you about our sponsors. I'll let you know about our FM radio home for the past 15 plus years, WRFG 89.3 FM. And I also let you know about Live365.com. Now it's time for me to do what I like doing most. And that's bringing you the people on the street. Bringing you the people that are moving and shaking and changing our community brick by brick, moment by moment, second by second. Whether it's through arts, entertainment, music, philanthropism, religion, entrepreneurship. This platform is for everyone who has a story and for us to deliver that message to the people. And tonight is no different than any other night on the Riding Dirty Show. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Riding Dirty platform. Producer, artist, Jesse Eplan. How you doing, my G?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, maintaining. The first thing I gotta say is definitely welcome to the Riding Dirty platform, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk with us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
All right, now the next thing I want to ask is because I'm from the South. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, sir. My name is Jesse Eplan.
All right.
For those who don't know me, my name is Jesse Eplan. From Long Island, New York, and produce all my music. And I be dropping music like every couple of months or so. But I'm coming up though. So.
All right, well, Jesse, let's get into it, man. Let's take the people on the Jesse journey. All right, let the people. All right, you already let the world know that you're from Long Island, home of the Wu-Tang Clan, the legendary Wu-Tang Clan, correct? Or are they from Staten?
Yes, sir. I think that's Staten Island.
All right, they're from Staten. All right. Well, you're from Long Island. Let the people know.
Yeah.
Let the people know, when did you get into music? When did you discover you had a talent to pursue music?
So really, I've been doing music like my whole life. So I started playing piano when I was 5, and then I started performing at like 7 or 8, like doing shows around Long Island and Manhattan. And I didn't really start like making my own music until I was about 15 or so, but I have a lot of experience in like live performance. And I didn't really start like producing until I was like 15, but I started producing and making my own music when I was 15. But I have a lot of like music background in like classic music. Like I listen to Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, like classic rock. That's what I was listening to when I was growing up.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. All right, now hold on. Now you say you started performing at what age?
Around 7 years old. That's when I started. Like I was performing, like I was playing the drums and like piano and guitar. So like I'm a live musician, but then I just started making my own music because I was performing like classic rock music, and then I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I kind of want to make my own music. So then I was just like started producing my own records.
All right.
Because I'm 21 now, so I've probably been doing it for like 6 years or so.
Okay. Well, who are some of your influences? Like, who are some of the people that make you want to be the best artist possible?
Well, some of my favorite artists are Drake, Lil Uzi, Travis Scott, Future. Like, those are some artists that I was listening to, like, growing up. So it's like, I think those artists, like, I feel like they definitely influenced my music. But as far as, like, my producing, I think, what I said before about, like, classic music, I think my producing, like, is, like, kind of influenced by classic rock. But I think as far as, like, my flow and my artistry, I think, like, Drake, Lil Uzi, Future, like, I feel like that melodic rap is kind of what influences my, like, music, you know?
All right, now, when we hear your music, will we hear that melodic sound?
Definitely. I mean, you know, like I'm an artist, you know, so like I do rap, but I also like I say I mainly sing. I mainly like melodic rap.
Okay. All right. Now, what can fans expect from Jetty Eplan?
So fans can expect a lot of music. They could expect a lot of different kinds of music, like hip hop, rap, pop, R&B, house music. You know what I mean? They can expect a lot of different types of music because I like to, you know what I mean? I like to go out of my comfort zone and make music that I don't normally make. So, you know what I mean? They're going to get a lot of versatility, and they're also just going to get a lot of music because I really make music because I love it, not necessarily for anything else. So,
okay.
So, yeah, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just making it from the heart, making music that I like and, you know.
All right. Now, what do you prefer? Being behind the board producing or being behind the mic being an artist?
That's tough because, I mean, I really started producing before, like, I was ever, like, considering, like, being an artist. It was kind of my friend's idea. It was like, yo, you should, like, spit to these. So it's like, I really am a producer, but I'm also a singer. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But if I were to pick one, I don't know. It's a tough one to pick between. Maybe, like, an artist, you know. But, I mean, you know, I'll be fine as a producer. That's the case, you know.
All right. Now, when it comes to expressing yourself, do you feel like you express yourself more as an artist, or do you express yourself more as a producer?
Well, I think I express myself more as a producer. Also because, like, you know what I mean? I'm a laid-back dude, so it's like, you know what I mean? I don't really show, like, a flashy, like personality like a lot of artists and rappers do. You know what I mean? I'm kind of just, like, kind of laid back, low key. So I'd say I kind of like show myself as like a producer, but really I'm just like an artist that produces his own music. That's how I kind of see myself as.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to produce music for other artists at this point, or just yourself?
Well, I produce for other artists, but mainly for myself. Like, I have songs with other artists that I produce. I also have, like, songs that, like, artists have, like, my beats, but I'm not spitting to them. Like, I produce for other artists, but it's mainly my catalog is what I produce.
Okay. All right. So when did you actually start dropping your own music?
So I started dropping my own music on SoundCloud at, like, 15. And then I didn't drop my first EP on like DSPs until September 2017. That was my first. I dropped my first EP September 2017, and that was called Trap Harmony.
Okay, and how well was that project received?
It was like people liked it. Like I made it right before I went to University of Tampa. I was going to school because I made it the summer before my freshman year of college. So I just, like, that summer I made the EP, and then I kind of went off to school. And then I had merch that I had for the EP, and I was giving it out to some of the kids on campus, and they were, like, wearing it around campus, which is dope.
Okay. All right. So you left Long Island to go to college where?
In Tampa. So when I was 18, I moved to Tampa for a year because I was in school there, and then I ended up transferring to LA, and that's where I got my audio production degree. So I graduated from the LA recording school.
Okay.
So I transferred.
All right. So
from Tampa to LA and then home.
So where do you actually reside now?
I'm in Long Island. I'm back home with my family.
Okay. All right. Now, being that you spent a year in Tampa, being that you spent some time in LA, is your sound reflective of any of those areas from Long Island to Tampa to LA? Like, does any of the areas reflect your music, or will we not be able to hear any of those influences?
I think you'll be able to hear all of those influences, actually. I feel like when I was in Tampa, the music I was making was different than when I was in Long Island, and the same goes for when I was in LA. Because I was in LA for 2 years, and I feel like when I was in LA, I definitely like had a lot of LA influences, and also like Tampa as well. Because you know Tampa, like it has a rising like hip hop like scene, you know. So it was cool being like in both places. But I'd say it definitely influences my music though.
All
right. You can hear both.
How was it for you balancing school and a music career?
It was actually, it's funny you say that because like I was actually thinking when I was in LA, I was really there to learn how to mix and master because I already knew how to produce, so I was focused on just making my shit sound good, or pardon me, making my music sound good. So like I feel like during that time I didn't drop as much music because I was in school and I was like literally learning like Pro Tools and how to master and how to do like other stuff. But I feel like now that I'm home, it gives me more time to focus on my music. Also because now I engineer at the studio.
Okay. All right. Now, being that you're all finished with school and you're able to pursue music on a full-time basis, what has been some of the most challenging things about being an independent artist for you?
Wow, because there's a lot of challenges, but I say probably one of the biggest challenges is like releasing something and not really getting the feedback you expected, and also like I just being a producer, I kind of want to produce like most of my beats, so it's also like I'm focused on the artist side, but also like the way it sounds too, like the production. So it's like I'm kind of doing both ends. So I'd say like, you know what I mean? It's more of a workload, but it's like, I feel like it makes it more challenging, but it makes me want to make more music because it's just like, I love making it. So you know.
Okay, I definitely can feel that. When who do you feel like your music caters more to? Will it be more for the ladies or more for the guys?
Um, Cause I don't know. Cause I make music that's for the ladies and for the guys. You know what I mean? I make different types of music. So I'd say some of the music I make is more towards the guys, and then other music is for the ladies. Like I'd say some of my R&B stuff is more for the ladies, and then my hip hop, like kind of just like chill stuff, is for like guys to listen to.
Okay.
But I make music for, you know, whoever wants to listen to it, you know?
No doubt, no doubt. All right, when it comes to social media, because you know right now we're in an area that social media and the internet rules. How has social media and the internet affected how you market and promote your music?
Well, I mean, I try to utilize social media like as best as I can to promote my music. Like, obviously, it's hard to get your music discovered, and it's like a process. But it's like, you know, there's I feel like there's right and wrong ways of doing it, and I feel like as an independent artist, it's like I'm learning as I go along with it. You know, I'm trying to learn how to navigate myself and like channel my music. You know.
Yeah, no doubt.
I feel like I don't know.
All right.
It's difficult though.
Yeah, I definitely understand. As an independent artist, like, how do you feel about the music industry as a whole when it comes to opportunities?
Well, like if you're talking like collaborating, I'm open to collaborating with like any artist. Like I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm free to like collab with whoever, you know? Like I'm down to work. So it's like I'm not restricting myself to like working with other artists. But in terms of like a label, it's like if I could, like, you know what I mean? If I have what I need to make the music, it's like I don't really see myself signing to a label anytime soon. You know, like I like being independent and dropping music when I please, and you know, and being able to work with like artists and drop music whenever.
All right, definitely, no doubt. All right, now, at this point in your career, from when you started, how do you feel about your progression?
I'd say it's been slow and steady. I see all my numbers slowly go up. It's a slow rise. So I say like slowly but surely, because there's never, you know what I mean? My numbers have never shot up, but over time have definitely been going up.
Okay. All right. That's definitely
So I can't complain about that. You know, it's not like an overnight success, but I can't complain that it's going up. So I mean, even though it's taking a lot longer than I expected to, but it's like, you know, it's not overnight. So.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the project that you released in 2017, Trap Harmony. Tell me a little bit about it.
So that project, it was like one of the first studios I started pulling up to. So I was like literally right out of high school. It was like that summer. And I started going to the studio in Central Islip, which is in Long Island. It's like out east from where I'm from. And I was just, you know, going there like pretty much like almost every day. I was there like every week over the summer. And I was just making a lot of music. And then a few weeks before I went to school, I decided like, you know what? Like I want a project before I go to school. So I cranked out an EP, and it was like I produced. I'm pretty sure I produced all of them. And also with the help of my engineer Corin. But I don't know. It was my first project, so I was just like, and I was just out of high school, so I was kind of like having fun with it.
Okay.
It was called Trap Harmony because it was like trap beats, and like I was like harmonizing like my vocals.
All right. And then after that, in 2018, you had another release, right?
Yeah, that was Purple Wave. I dropped that. I was still in Tampa at the time, and I dropped that, and I actually had a release party for it, and it was like really, like, I don't know, it made it official. It was like my first like official release, kind of, especially because I had like, it was my biggest project, and it's like I had a couple features on there, including Famous Dex.
All right. How did first of all, what was it like working with Famous Dex, and how did that feature come about?
So I actually never met him in person, but it's funny how that happened. My suite mate, he was actually able to get me the feature. It's crazy because he had connections to these features, and I was interested. So that's when I bought the feature. But I never ended up meeting Dex though.
Okay, what was the name of the song?
It's called Flight.
Okay. All right.
Flight.
All right, so look, we're about to close this thing out. I'm going to play this record that you have called Ecstasy. Tell me a little bit about that record.
So, I had this beat, which was the Ecstasy beat, and I already had a hook to it. And I knew K. Fetty and Phoenix, the two artists on the song, I knew they were coming to the studio. So, like, I played them the song, and they were like, yo, they were fucking with it. Or they liked it, rather. So, we kind of just, like, I don't know. They pulled up, and they recorded their verses. And, it just, you know what I mean? It was already a song, kind of. Like, I had my hook on there, and they threw their verses on it. So it's not like we started it from scratch. But, I mean, it was a vibe, though. Especially when we were making it. We all knew that it was a good song. At least, I don't know, at least I think it's a pretty good song.
All right.
I mean,
now, will Ecstasy be released as a single, or is it going to be on a full-length project or EP?
So I released that as a single.
Okay.
I released it as a single in February, but I actually just dropped the EP. It's not on there, but it will be on my next project. I plan on putting it on my next project.
Okay. What's the name of the EP you just dropped?
It's called Jetty. Jetty.
Okay. And how can people check it out?
How can people check it out?
Mm-hmm.
So Jetty is on all streaming platforms. It's on Apple Music,
90
Spotify,
seconds.
SoundCloud. Pretty sure it's on iHeartRadio, like all of them. But it's a vibe though. Definitely go check it out.
All right. And last thing.
And
Go ahead.
oh no, sorry. I was just saying. I named it Jetty because that was my nickname growing up.
Okay.
So I just thought, like, you know what I mean? This EP is me. Like, I'll name it Jetty.
Okay. All right. Now, how can the world find
60
you
seconds.
when it comes to the World Wide Web, as far as websites, social media, anything like that? How can the people find you?
So my name is Jesse Eplan, and that's my artist name as well. JESSEEPLAN. On pretty much all platforms. If you search that up, you should find it.
Okay, that's
on everything.
Is that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything, right?
Yeah, everything. Jesse Eplan. My Instagram, JESSEEPLAN, as well as my Twitter and my Facebook, my SoundCloud, and all like my music for the DSPs.
All right. Well, Mr. Eplan, first of all, again, thank you for coming on the show.
10 seconds.
Do me a favor and introduce this record to the world.
Ecstasy. Actually, I want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate you having me.
Okay.
But Ecstasy, I think Ecstasy is a great song. But you wanted me to introduce it? Like, you want me to sing it?
No, I want you to just introduce it to the people.
So this song is called Ecstasy by me, featuring K. Fetty, The Last Phoenix. There's also a music video to it as well. You can look it up. JESSEEPLAN, Ecstasy. and there's a music video, and it's on all streaming platforms.
All right, Jesse, thank you for coming on the show, my G, and you have a wonderful night.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. Have a nice night.
All right.